What's up, my shinobis? I'm back, and this time we got our first review, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. And just to let y'all know, this review will include spoilers, so if you ain't seen episode 12 yet, I'm gonna get you to the end of this intro to go watch that. Just make sure you come back though. When I saw that trailer, I already knew this season was gonna be fire, but what JoJo season ain't fire though? I don't wanna hear no part 1 or part 2 slander. Part 1 was a little slow, I'll give y'all that one, but part 2 was funny as hell, so I don't get the hate with that one. And actually, Joseph is one of the best protagonists in the series, the young version though, not the old one. The old one's a little too annoying. Oh God! But I do think Jolyne is the best lead we had so far, and I'm gonna explain why just a little later. And I heard some people wanted to skip this arc, and for what? I did hear that the arc after is amazing, but why would y'all want to skip this one? What reason could that be? Okay, we had a bunch of guys before us, the leads. Now we got a bunch of women. I'm not finna jump to conclusions, but I think y'all know where I'm headed with this one. This season was definitely more vulgar than any other one though. I mean, just look.
It'll be $200. Shut the fuck up, you bitch! Just tell me the name before I kill you! Okay.
Also, this threw me off. I don't know, it might just be me, but what does this room look like to y'all? I don't know why they chose these colors, but I don't know. Speaking of this scene, this had me dying when this bootleg JoJo came up on the screen. Like, this is literally the JoJo when your mama said we got JoJo at home. This is who she talking about. And what kills me the most about it is that it's not even within the art style of the show. They drew that man in a completely different art style just to show that, like, this man is bootleg. Also, is there a reason why these people in the background are like grayed out in certain scenes? I don't know if it's supposed to be a stylistic choice or did they just not want to draw? I don't know. Besides that though, the animation is flawless. Like, I gotta tip my hat to David Productions because they went hard on every single season. They ain't missed not one time. I heard Jolyne was called the woman version of JoJo. I don't think I agree with that. The show literally starts off with Jolyne being caught masturbating by a guard in her cell and like she's embarrassed about it. If it was JoJo, I don't think he'd give a fuck. I would say even in these first 12 episodes, she's had more character development than any other lead that we've had so far. Jonathan was the good boy with honor, and JoJo, loved the guy, but he was just the cold, cocky, jock type of character. Josuke was accepting and cared a lot about his friends. Jurno was a gentle, soft, sensitive character, and they all just kind of stayed that way. Don't get me wrong though, I do love those things about them. Jolyne started off kind of timid and nervous, and then she became a little more cocky, like, you know. Well, JoJo did say she acts like a Joestar, so she got the stamp of approval apparently. But where JoJo and Jolyne differ for me is that Jolyne seems like she cares about people that she hardly even knows, and that just shows just a different character growth from JoJo for me. And this little boy been in jail his whole life. He was born in jail. Who raised this little boy? Like, how did he get these clothes? I guess I'm jumping the gun. I guess they're gonna say something about that in part 2. Another thing I love about every season of JoJo is just seeing who's gonna be in the crew. Like, how is this crew gonna be assembled? And how do they work together in their chemistry? And they always do a good job picking the crews, and I think they did their thing on this one too. Army's is hardcore and dope. I love the design, like the dreads, and she looks kind of Egyptian or something like that. FF is just weird and silly, but we need that comic relief character. So Gwess, don't get me started on Gwess, man. She's not a part of the crew officially. I thought she was gonna be. I thought she was gonna have more of a role, but I see why she not. She just too damn crazy. And y'all know damn well we can't talk about JoJo's without talking about the stands. It's really like top 3 like power systems in all of anime for me. What I like most about the stands is it's just a manifestation of whatever character is controlling them. So they seem to hit the head on the nail every time with each stand power. It matches the person perfectly, like almost every time. I mean, Stone Ocean, for example, it's a stand of resilience. Like Jolyne's determination to get out of the prison just created a stand that could just personify that. That's amazing to me. My top 3 stands this season. Stone Ocean, of course, because you know the main protagonist always got the dopest stand. Gwess with the, what is it called, Cry dolls. I mean, the stand design is ugly, but I think shrinking people, that's a dope ability to have. And White Snake, simply because that man, he could burn mixtapes off of people and he be passing them out like he at the mall in 2007. Like to a rapper, that'd be a dope ass ability to have. Honorable mentions goes to Weather Report and Jumpin' Jack Spark. I don't like that name. They need to work on that name a little bit, but it's a cool ability. That zero gravity. By the way, they had way too much plot armor in that scene. I'm like, when is somebody gonna die? They've been outside of their suits for hellas and they just sitting here just like talking and shit. But that's anime for you. The weakest anime is probably the Manhattan Transfer. Weak ass design, and the ability is, I mean, it's useful, it's powerful, but it's kind of lame at the same time. So and that arrow piece is still around the prison, so I know we getting some more stands in part 2. And I do notice this theme of the rock bands being the stand names. That's a nice little touch. Now let's get to the villain. That's one of the most important parts of JoJo's. They are like 5 for 5 right now on the villains, or is it 4 for 5? I don't know. They had DL twice, but they 5 for 5. This time we got mixtape man / SoundCloud rapper Enrico. I don't know how I fully feel about him yet. I will say so far he doesn't feel as menacing as past villains like Dio or Diavolo, but I don't know. I'm not gonna fully judge him yet. I'm gonna wait till part 2. But so far, I'm a little, on him. He is a little grimy. I do like that about him. But I don't like how he did my boy Jotaro. Like, my boy gotta come back. He can't go out like that. Overall, though, I think the season is off to a strong start. No complaints from me. I binged it, and I was just excited the whole way through. And Twitter has been raving about it. A lot of people are actually starting JoJo's with this season. I mean, I really can't get down with the part skipping, but if it encourages people to go back and watch the previous seasons, then I guess that's cool with me too. What did you guys think of the season? Any favorite moments, characters? Just let me know in the comments and we can discuss. Don't forget, go back and watch part 1 or part 2 if you didn't already. It's gonna be a quiz next time too. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you Shinobis later.